Peace and Black Power family. Welcome to another Sarnetta TV House of Consciousness production. You already know what it is. We got Rashida in the building, and she's bringing a strong and powerful king up in the building with her, actually a native to Haiti. And we're going to get into it. We're going to find out some things here. We're going to deal with the dark skin, because we really need to get into this stuff. We see a lot of things going on all around the world. We see the police cracking down on Black people when we all should be having the same rules as, but hey, this is not no, we're not surprised by this. We know this already, you know what I'm saying? The police is cracking down on Black people, but they are giving masses out to Europeans, but they giving the handcuffs to the Black people if you don't follow this new rules and laws that's going on. So this is not new to us, all right? So I'm glad to welcome the sister back. This is not once, not twice, not 3 times, but she is here again. Peace and Black power to you, my sister. How are you doing? Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
Okay, I'm unmuted. Can you guys hear me?
I hear you. We hear you.
All right, good. Thank you. First of all, I want to say thank you very much, Sarnetta, for having us here. I'm very happy and very honored to be back on the platform again. Like you said, this ain't my first rodeo. I was here twice. I did a one-on-one with you with a theory of darkism, global darkism, and then we did the debate with the light-skinned sister and myself and back in 2017. So it was a fantastic time, and I'm back again. So thank you very much. And I also want to acknowledge that something that you brought up yesterday that's very important in terms of Santo Domingo, the Dominican Republic, that you as a person that's from there, your family is from there, y'all are brothers and sisters. The Haitians and the Dominicans, y'all are brothers and sisters, and it wasn't y'all fault that the Spanish, who originally came over to control the island, Columbus came over there and so-called discovered it in 1492. The French wanted a piece of the action. They went to war, and that's how you get the Spanish control of the Dominican Republic, and then you get the French control of what we now call Haiti. Actually, that's the original name. But, you know, I want to acknowledge y'all kinship. That's very, very important. And you pointed that out. So I'm definitely want to acknowledge that. And I kind of want to get into that a little bit because there's some darkism there too, in terms of the later on, the political and economic structure of the Dominican Republic being more economically and politically stable than Haiti. And we know that as brother Kevin, he gonna tell us about, there was a majority of African dark-skinned slaves that came over to Haiti, as opposed to the Spanish intermarrying with the natives that were already there. And so you had less Africans, dark-skinned, pure Black Africans. You had more of a mixed race. And I think that probably had a lot to do with the, you know, the darkism, this what I call systemic economic darkism. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. I have our very distinguished brother here. His name is King Kevin Dorival. And some of y'all that may have been following my channel, y'all know that he's came on before and he spoke on the great work that he does. He's a 3-time author. One of his books is The Courage to Believe, which is an amazing book. He has an excellent story of overcoming. This brother is from Haiti, or I'm sorry, of Haitian descent, should I say. And you know, just pulled himself up from the bottom, off the streets, got his bachelor's degree in political science, started writing books, started engaging in community activism, and has done so many great things. And I ran across a video that he did on Haiti's situation, Haiti's economic situation. I call it systemic economic darkism. And that is sort of what got us here tonight to speak on this, because I want to expose the situation of the very first Black Republic. We gotta say shout out to Haiti for that. I think we owe a great debt of gratitude, because those dark-skinned slaves, Africans, put it down. And so without further ado, I want King Kevin Dorival, and you can go to his website at kevindorival.com and find out more information about this brother. I want you to take the floor and Just give us your story, your background, your history. It's amazing. Y'all get ready.
Unmute yourself, my brother. Unmute yourself.
I got you. Yeah,
bless up, you good.
Bless up, King Kevin in the building, baby. Thank you, Sarnetta, let me on your show. Definitely shout out to the Queen for giving us the opportunity to connect. Been watching your show for many years now. You know, kicking knowledge. I learned so much over the years, so definitely keep that going. As far as me and my story, my family, we are Haitian. Both parents are from Haiti. Cap Haitian or Cap Haitian, some people would say it. Okap if you're Haitian, that's the northern part. That's actually the area where the last battles against the French took part. Actually, there's a big statue in Haiti. I got a chance to take a picture next to it. Of course, I know my history as far as our people coming from West Africa, the homie, which is now Benin. And, me knowing my history is what really got me started calling myself king, or people calling me king, because I refuse to see myself as someone less than a king or a leader. Once I understood first of all, what the Haitians and the Haitian Revolution were able to do, and even going back even further with the African kingdom of the homie, which was one of the most powerful kingdoms in West Africa. And as she mentioned, I wrote a couple of books, 3 books, The Courage to Believe, inspirational autobiography. I talk a lot about Haiti in the first chapter, which is called The Royal Bloodline. So I got a lot of compliments about that chapter. Second book, 7 Types of Queens, King Desire, which is taking me all over the world. I even spoke in Haiti when that book was released back in 2017. And my next book, which is coming out, The Winner in the Mirror, Activating Your Superpowers, Mind, Body, and Spirit. Of course, check out my books on my website, kevindorival.com. Now that's out the way. So me being able to pull myself up my own bootstraps, being able to, despite the racism that goes on in South Florida, I was born and raised in Fort Lauderdale, just north of Miami. And I seen a lot. And being Haitian, we had to fight. We had a lot of fights back then, you know what I mean? We had to gain our respect, because, the Americans were very ignorant due to the fact they were brainwashed to think, okay, because you're Black and speak differently, you're an enemy of ours. So there's a lot of Haitian American wars that took part. Some of them got a little, bloody, truth be told, gun started getting involved. And, you got groups like Island Boys, which, very prevalent in Miami area, who was not only, a gang, but also big dope dealers. So that helped us get a lot of rank back, in South Florida, and it just spread all over Florida and throughout the United States. Now, Haiti, my passion with Haiti and what Queen Rashida just mentioned, the video she's talking about is called on my YouTube, Haiti is Rich and Filled with Gold. And it talks about how the Clintons robbed Haiti, legally robbed Haiti, let's just say that, of everything, from, even stole our spirits. The Clintons from Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, they came to Haiti, acting as if they were the saviors. You already know how Europeans do it. They come to any country, oh yeah, the white man's here, everything's gonna be good. We all saved now. That was so far from the truth, because if you monitor, history, even going, for instance, what happened in the Congo with the King of Belgium, he came, they first of all, they divided the continent, and Belgium, King Leopold, or King Leopold, went and pillaged Congo, and gave everybody, the whole world, a perception that he's there to help the Congolese become civilized people. You follow what I'm saying? But the Clintons did the same thing, but they were part of a much bigger scale, because what they did was, back in 2010, they claimed it was an earthquake, which really wasn't a natural earthquake. This was a man-made earthquake that the Clintons and whoever else they conspired with. I wouldn't even doubt it with the French as well, because French has always been in the pockets of the Haitians, of our people, and literally shook up, the continent. And a lot of people think like, oh, how you gonna say that? Why would you even think or come up with the idea that, the earthquake was man-made? But look at it. Dominican Republic wasn't shaking at all, if I'm not mistaken. So you got literally almost 300,000 people died on an earthquake, size 7 on the Richter scale, shaking up. But the DR is peaceful. You know what I'm saying? So that goes to show that this was strategized, it was planned, and they used this software called HARP. HARP stands for, and I try to memorize that, but it's High Frequency Active Area Program. It's a military program that they use. You know what I'm saying? And when you only use HARP, not only, I don't know what else these people are using it for, but you mainly use HARP when you're searching for treasure and oil. So you shake up the ground so it's easier to search what when you're digging through the coal mines or through the caves in the ground, it makes the soil or the rocks easier to punch through, so to speak. So by them doing that, that's what caused the earthquake. And now you got the Clintons and the first what do you call those Holy Cross, Red Cross, who nothing but bloodsuckers anyway. For some reason, President Obama puts George Bush, in a leadership position to help with this tragedy. How can you do that when he failed horribly with Katrina? So the whole thing with Haiti and the racism they use towards our people, it's mainly for not just political purposes, but it's for financial gain. Slavery, I don't care where it was, whether it was in the plantations of the United States, the continent of the United States, or in the Caribbean, whether it be Jamaica, Bahamas, wherever, slavery has always been more than a moral issue. We obviously can see killing, raping, castrating, lynching, all of that. That's bad and wrong. Of course, that's wrong. We know that. But it's the financial component of it that's really the spirit behind slavery, especially chattel slavery. And so for them to be able to, for years and hundreds of years, get away with it, they naturally feel as if they have the right to, enslave our people. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm so proud to be Haitian, because Toussaint Louverture, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, Henry Christophe, those generals right there, which all black nations, all black nations, I don't care where you from, you could be in the motherland, you know what I'm saying? We owe a great deal of gratitude to the Haitian soldiers who put it all on the line. As a matter of fact, we need soldiers like that right now. Sometimes I feel like I'm a reincarnation of Toussaint Louverture, you know what I'm saying? Because I understand what needs to be done and what's been happening. And like Toussaint, who's highly intelligent, and seeing racism from all components, man, Toussaint was not just an ordinary man. As a matter of fact, if any of you guys read Marcus Garvey's book, his autobiography, I have it right here, who don't have it, The Life and Lessons of Marcus Garvey. You open it up and read page 3. If you guys don't mind, can I read page 3? It's only like 2 sentences, right quick. I already got it bookmarked. And he says this, but I'm going to start what he says about Sojourner Truth. Sojourner Truth is worthy of the place of sainthood alongside Joan of Arc. Crispus Attucks and George Williams Gordon are entitled to the halo of martyrdom with no less glory than those of the martyrs of any other race. Toussaint Louverture, brilliancy as a soldier and statesman outshone that of a Cromwell, Napoleon, and Washington. Hence, he is entitled to the highest place as a hero among men. You hear what I'm saying? Marcus Garvey is the father of Pan-Africanism. For him to say that and give that kind of honor to Toussaint Louverture and the Haitian Revolution, that just tells you what type of person that we're dealing with, we're giving homage to. As a matter of fact, if you're in the Black History program and you're not talking about Marcus Garvey, if the Black History program or Black History course, whatever you want to call it, they're not talking about Marcus Garvey, and definitely if they're not talking about Toussaint Louverture or the Haitian Revolution, it is a whitewash program funded by the oppressors. There's no doubt about it. If they're not talking about Toussaint or the Haitian Revolution, I'm walking out the classroom or I'm stopping reading, because there's no point of reading it, because what they did, they won the war against all odds. This was a war against, they was not supposed to win this battle, but they defied the odds and beat them anyway. And I'm not just talking about some rinky-dink country. They beat French, who was the U.S., who's equivalent to the U.S. powers, military powers of today. Toussaint beat Napoleon Bonaparte, which was the French general. For him to beat him, and the white historians, they titled Napoleon Bonaparte as the world's greatest military strategist. So that's just racism right there, because if Toussaint beat the greatest, what that makes Toussaint?
Right.
Does that make him any less because he's black? In their eyes, it is, because a lot of historians in the books we read, most of them are written by racist individuals anyway, or just don't know that they're racist. They're just belligerent. But Toussaint, by all means, needs to be included in all Black history programs, classes, and books. There's no doubt about it. And the reason why they don't want us to know about Toussaint, they don't want to know about Jean-Jacques Dessalines and Henry Christophe, is because they want to keep us thinking that we were okay with slavery. As a matter of fact, even back then, Nat Turner read about Toussaint. He was already inspired to start a revolution anyway. He read about Toussaint and the Freedom Land, because Haiti at that time was on this Freedom Land. If you were able to escape the plantations of the United States or wherever you come from, if you was able to escape and get to Haiti, you were automatically set free. And when the plantation owners find that out from around the world, they stop all boats that are coming from Haiti or the Caribbean coming to their country. And to check if you had any literature, anything written about it. They didn't want nobody reading anything or even talking about it, because Toussaint Louverture and Nat Turner represents the white man's nightmare. And I just kind of want to say that right there. You go ahead, Queen. I could go on and on.
I love it. No, I love it. So
powerful opening, man. Powerful opening, man. We gotta hear more from you in a minute. Go ahead, my sister. Take it away.
I love it. So that was a powerful opening. And so this is what I would like to do, because I want to look at this from the framework of Darkism. And Darkism comes out of a movement I started called dark skin activism, which is a movement to equalize dark-skinned people politically, economically, and socially around the world. And so in doing so, I studied the colorism scholarly literature, which deals with skin tone discrimination of all Black people, whether light skin, brown skin, dark skin, it doesn't matter. And what I found is something missing from the research, that there wasn't a laser sharp focus on dark skinned people, and how dark skinned people, who are in the majority, as we know in Haiti, they were the majority, are discriminated against around the world. And so I came up with this concept of Darkism, which is also the name of my book, Darkism. And Darkism simply means the discrimination of dark-skinned people. And if you want to compare it to colorism, again, colorism focuses on all skin tones of Black people, whereas Darkism hones in on dark skin discrimination. And again, it does it in a multifaceted way. And so me and King Kevin, we both share degrees in political science. He has a bachelor's degree in political science. I have a master's in political science from the University of South Florida. And while I was studying, I did my thesis on the dark-skinned people of Sierra Leone. And so the goal has always been to focus on dark-skinned people globally in different parts of the world and analyze Darkism and just keep expanding that out. That's why Kevin, and being from Haiti, is so important to me, because it's an expansion, a continuation of the analyzation of Darkism of dark-skinned people around the world. So with that being said, Darkism, again, is the discrimination of dark-skinned people all around the world. And there's this concept, a phrase that I created called systemic economic darkism, which means that dark-skinned people's economics, their personal economy and their collective economy, is impeded. And we see it happened in Sierra Leone, just to throw out an example, with the Civil War in Sierra Leone, the 10-year Civil War, blood diamonds, the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank coming over there and strangleholding them economically and saying, you got to do this or we're not going to give you no money, yet depleting their natural resources. Same thing. So they come over, the Spanish, they come over and take over Hispaniola, make it Hispaniola, and divide it up with the, Europeans always fighting each other over resources. So they come over, you got the Spanish and the French fighting each other. They divide up Hispaniola and you get Haiti. You got Haiti on one end and you got the Dominican Republic on one end. So with Haiti, you have the three groups there, which the white folks was in the minority. Then you have the mixed race, and that the dynamic of the mixed race people in terms of Darkism is super interesting because as I'm sure Kevin can point out, it was fighting going on between the mulattoes and the dark-skinned Africans, and all these allegiances was going all over the place. But at the end of the day, the majority was the African slaves who were being brutalized and forced to engage in slavery. Sugar was at the heart of it. The sugar, and that's very important with the systemic economic Darkism, because the French used Haiti as just using them for economic gain. They didn't go in and build any infrastructure. They just wanted to extract the money out of them, the resources out of them, and force the dark-skinned people to do it, especially with the production of sugar, which is so important. And so I'm looking at this through the eyes of Darkism, simply because in Haiti, the majority of the people, of the slaves rather, were dark-skinned, and they were being exploited by white people, namely the French. And they rose up, as you stated, to overcome and to fight against this, and became the first Black republic in the world. And so I want you to speak on that, speak on it from the perspective of these dark-skinned people coming from Africa, being exploited in this nation. And also I want to also pay homage to as well to Francois. I might be mispronouncing his name, McCandall, I think that's his name, because he was Toussaint's predecessor, and he was a voodoo priest. That he was actually one of the people in the 1750s. He was one of the people that initiated some of the first revolts that led up to the revolution. And I do believe that Toussaint and others were inspired by him as well. And also, I want you to talk about the role of religion, the voodoo religion, because that is something that really propelled the revolution. So take it away.
Oh, definitely. You mentioned Sierra Leone, and we talked about the Congo. And I want to kind of kind of rewind back to what I was saying about the Homie, which is today Benin, in West Africa, right next to Togo, in Nigeria, in between that area right there. As a matter of fact, I had just did a DNA test, African ancestry DNA test, to find out. So I know my people from the Homie, which at first I was like, people just saying that because this part of Africa is actually where Voodoo, one of the originators of the Voodoo religion, Voodoo religion, VODUN, and that played a big part. I mean, Voodoo to them, it's like an everyday thing of life. It's just like getting up to pray in the morning, brush your teeth. You know what I'm saying? Those are rituals. And so these people are, these were warrior people that actually practice a lot of these rituals. I myself never participated in Voodoo, nor my family. I did have a grandmother that used to, though, so that's a whole other story. So shout out to grandma. I gotta give her a call after this. But the back to what you're asking me regarding how people were treated, the racism, the Darkism. In Haiti, there were three classes. There was the white class. There was the free class, people that were free, and then you had a third class of which was created, the mulattoes. Mulattoes were the byproducts of the white men who were sleeping with the Black women. Now enslaved Africans. I never call our people slaves. You know what I'm saying? I always say enslaved. You feel me? It's just once I find out that when you title our ancestors as slaves, you make it as if they were born to that. That's who they naturally are, which is not. So they were definitely slaves for people who was watching. There was a class of people created when they started sleeping or forcibly sleeping with the enslaved women. And so they created this class of mulattoes. Now, the mulattoes come out red skin. So they felt as if they were white as well, because white on the island meant white privilege, white power, you know what I'm saying, finances, connections. But the French had in their contracts and the paperwork that if you were a mulatto, in their declaration is what they called it. If you were a mulatto, then you couldn't own any land. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't vote. But if that land was given to you through your parents, through your obviously white father, then you can inherit that land and then you can maintain it. But you could not go to France and be considered a Frenchman. So this caused a big problem because France was already going ready to go through their French Revolution, a civil war amongst their country. And now you have this class of mulattoes, mixed children, who felt as if they were white as well, that they needed to be part of France. And just to give you guys a number in your heads of how much the enslaved Africans outnumbered the Europeans, the Frenchmen on the island, you're talking about 500,000 enslaved Africans in comparison to maybe 32,000 Frenchmen. So how is it that you have 500,000 Black strong women and men not able to fight the Frenchmen? What made them fearful to? Obviously, they're outnumbered. You know what I'm saying? It's 10-1. So the Africans will win anyway. You know what I'm saying? But that's how powerful the racism was. It was built. It was built, embedded in their brain. It's like an elephant. If you tie an elephant up on a chain, leaving it like that for years, you take the chain off, they still think they're in chains because the power of the mind, you can condition it. So their minds were conditioned. But then you got a brother named Toussaint who wasn't like that. Now, he wasn't a mulatto, but he understood that his great grandfather was a king in Dahomey of the warrior kingdom, one of the last kings, as a matter of fact. And so by him knowing that information about himself and him being able to read, he eventually bought his freedom. So he was able to be free, and so he acquired land, horses. He was a great equestrian, veterinarian as well. He took care of all the horses and the animals, and he practiced a lot of voodoo as far as for medicinal purposes. So he understood, like George Washington Carver, he understood the medicinal properties of plants. So he was very well known, and he even became, what a lot of people don't know is, he became a millionaire. So you're talking about a Black man, loved being Black, got a black blue wife. You know what I'm saying?
I love hearing that.
You feel me? Had children with him, but he was rich. As a matter of fact, he didn't want to be part of the war. He wanted to kind of like make his money. I'm not saying call him a coon, but he wanted to sit back and try to see if this thing will play itself out. But eventually he realized that he would never be respected and his people needed him, and he had experience. And just a quick little side note, back in 1779, Haitians, there's a 540, 550, the numbers kind of vary depending on what source you read, but you have nearly 550 Haitians, freemen from the free class, freemen fought in the American Revolutionary War here in Savannah, Georgia. And so I'm in Atlanta, by the way. So if you guys when you come to Georgia, if you've never been to the Savannah, go downtown, the town center, you'll see a big, nice, beautiful statue that they made of about 5-6 Haitian soldiers holding guns. You feel me? So that is a beautiful thing to see. I just want to put that out because a lot of people don't know the contributions that Haitians did here in America to help America win their freedom against, the British. And check this out, how sick the racism is. George Washington knew about this, and Thomas Jefferson knew about this, but guess what? They gave France, these two presidents, the first and the third president, they gave France $250,000. $250,000 back then to to help the French beat the Haitians, and the Haitians won anyway. So now what you see right now, how things are playing out right now, the world powers didn't even want to recognize Haiti until I think 1862. You feel what I'm saying? They turned their backs on Haiti. Why? Because they flipped over the whole power scale. You know what I'm saying? they believed that Haitians were always, and all blacks were always, that we love being enslaved. We love the shackles. We love masters. We love kissing their boots, working in the field, working in the house. Like, this is something that we love to do. We love to be, you know, chained and whipped and castrated and all of that. Like, we have no sense. Haiti debunked all of that. Just like Jesse Owens did in the Olympics in Germany when Hitler felt as if, you know what I'm saying, blacks were inferior and the Nazi, you know, people were superior. Jesse Owens annihilated that. Same thing Toussaint, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, Henry Christophe did against the French and the world powers. Now they knew that people like Nat Turner, Denmark Vesey, these type of individuals were gonna sprout out, you know what I'm saying? That's why they want to keep that information hidden. And what they say, if you want to keep information hidden, you put it in the book. As a matter of fact, this is a book written by Jean-Bertrand Aristide, one of the presidents of Haiti, one of the best presidents Haiti ever had, really, the first democratic, you know, voted president. And written, you know, he's talking about Toussaint, but you know, that's what I want to say. And I hope I answered your question. I know it's kind of like going on, but you know, I've been getting turned up. I see you getting turned on when I'm talking. That big smile.
I love it. No, I love it. Just when you were talking, just to go back to this, you pointed out the systemic economic darkism, because correct. The world powers for a long time, like you said, they refused to recognize Haiti and strangleholded Haiti economically. Mm-hmm. That's what I mean by systemic economic darkism, whereby the world powers that are European, white, light, they put in place economic policies that does not allow a country that has a majority of dark-skinned people to progress economically on the world stage. It leads to so many different social issues. And I like the fact that you pointed out Toussaint is a multifaceted man. Just like you said, he really didn't want to get engaged in the war. And one of the things now that I found that I talked to you about this, it was a contradiction to me, but I have to realize, look at these things through the eyes of historical processes and what would you have done if you was there. So one of the things that, and I wanted to ask you about this, one of the things that Toussaint did after they had won their, the slavery was over and they got rid of the French, is he sort of forced the former slaves to go back and work in the fields. And it was a situation where, y'all see you smiling, that kind of tears at me, because I understand you being they hating on you because you a dark-skinned man. Toussaint, he was a dark-skinned man. You beat these white folks and they mad and they won't help you. And he had to, the contradiction is that this dark-skinned man who, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I believe he owned slaves himself, had to go back and kind of force these slaves to go back to sort of slavery, because kind of that's what it was. How do you feel about that? Like, what do you think about that? And for me, I just think that that's a symptom of systemic economic darkism and white oppression. But what do you think about that?
No, I mean, I definitely agree with you. When I first found that out, I was shocked. I'm like, man, why would he go back, you know, and put the people back to slavery? And reading, you know, further, especially books like this one, what happened was he understood that, okay, let me rewind a little bit. Toussaint wasn't just an educated man. What he used to do was he used to go to school with his slave master. His name was Breda. The last name was Breda. His son used to go to school in France. And so Toussaint was the, you know, helper of the son. So I guess his son's slave. So as the son is learning in class, Toussaint is in the class as well, but in the back. You feel what I'm saying? So he got to see not just education, but the finest education of the world. So he understood global politics, you know, global economy and trade, import, export. He understood that. So him, and on top being gangster, on top of that, being a soldier, when the revolution was over, he understood that, hey, we need to get some things shipped out here so we can get some money coming back into the country. And so, you know, being that our ancestors were, you know, they were, you know, descendants of warriors, So they could be a little bit stubborn. You know, if you think about it, you know, you've been enslaved 20, 30, 50 years, and all of a sudden you got your freedom, you want to chill. So and me knowing my people, my Haitian people, you know what I'm saying? I love my people. We can be very stubborn. Black people can be very stubborn, period. But I truly believe that the people were stubborn and did not want to work. So he had to find a way to get them to get back to work, which unfortunately it was slavery, but you know, they were getting paid. They weren't just, you know, harsh labor and being whipped and one of the worst tortures that the French used to do. They used to bury the enslaved, you know, brother, sister in the sand, neck high in the sand, and cover it with honey or sugar water, so the ants could eat them alive. You see what I'm saying? Wow. So that's the type of torture, because there was no codes in the Caribbean islands. I don't care what island you was at. There was no codes. There's anything goes. They will also put you in a what do you call it? Like one of those big pots. I seen it in that movie. I never knew they had pots that big. There's a movie called Mandingo. That's an off-the-chain movie. If you haven't seen Mandingo, please watch it. I always thought that movie was about, a black man showing his penis, and that's why everybody keep calling their penis Mandingo this and Dingo that. It has nothing to do with that. So I had this, the conception in my head that what the movie's about, but it's not. But at the end of the movie, they put this guy in this big old tub of boiling hot water. You know what I'm saying? And so that's kind of torture they used to do back in the day. Wow. So Toussaint wasn't going to that degree. He would put them to work, you know, maybe apply a little pressure to the generals. Hey, they ain't trying to work. You know what I'm saying? Beat them up or something. But, you know, he was taking care, you know, they was taken care of to a degree, but he understood we need to export some goods. If we're going to survive on a global scale, you just mentioned it earlier on the global platform, which, by the way, speaking of the farms and working on the fields, one of the main reasons why Haiti is the way it is right now, other than the fact that these other countries turn their back on Haiti, you know, purposely because of what happened, the rice business. Haitians eat rice like Chinese, you understand? We grow rice. We used to grow rice like the Chinese. We should grow our own rice. Believe it or not, over 80% of the rice is no longer being farmed by the Haitian people. It is all imported. As a matter of fact, if I'm correct, Haiti is one of the largest importers of foreign rice. You know, a majority coming from the U.S. And what does that mean? It causes the farmers who made their living selling rice, they put them out of business, meaning that now they have to leave their farms, go, you know, and try to find work in the city. That's why Port-au-Prince, which is the capital of Haiti, is overpopulated. You feel what I'm saying? Because the farmers no longer can make their money on the soil. And here's another thing, just to show how racist and how demonic these white devils are. They even, I went to a conference in Haiti in 2016. It was a Haitian Americans Study Association. It's from University of Boston. They started this organization. So every year they meet different parts of the world. That particular year, there was in Haiti. So, you know, I was there for the week conference, excellent conference. And the theme for the conference was about the environment of Haiti. So I learned not just the politics, which I already knew of, I learned about the environment, the soil, you know, the farming. The soil was purposely, they put toxic chemicals in the soil so that they can't grow their own food. They have to import it. You feel what I'm saying? That just, like, when I found that out, I was like, OMG, you know what I'm saying? Because the soil actually, in most parts of Haiti, is still good. You know, I mean, Haiti is beautiful. Forget what they're showing you on the television. Go to Haiti yourself. Of course, every city, every country got their poor parts. The media, which is run by Jewish organizations, by the way, they purposely put that poverty image in our heads, only focus on the poor parts, so that we won't go to Haiti to see what's really going on, to see how beautiful the people are and the land is, but also so that they can pillage, rape, and rob, Haiti with the whole world watching, because we thinking they coming there for their good, but they're not, coming there for the good. They coming there to rob the country, and they still doing it to this day. They just found over $40 billion worth of oil, gold, and silver in Haiti. How did they find that? They found it because they used that HARP technology to cause that earthquake so they could shake up the land. Now, the earthquake happened in 2010. They found this, you know, this treasure supposedly 2012, 2013. Now, I presume that they been found that oil and treasure. This is one of the noise, the anguish, the frustration regarding the earthquake to die down, then make it known. Hey, look what we found. And guess what, guys? Here's another tidbit. Haiti didn't get none of that. They found all that oil and gold and natural minerals in Haiti. Yes, Haiti. They found all that in Haiti, and Haiti didn't get any of it. All of it belongs to foreign powers, the French, Japanese, America, the British. They all got hands in it. This isn't just, you know what I'm saying, some sort of like, you know, little scandal. This is a conglomerate, you know what I'm saying, scam. Like this is what they do. And they're not doing that just in Haiti shit. On the French right now getting paid what, millions of dollars every year from 13 different countries in Africa. Right now, as we speak, till this day.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
How did Haiti win the war?
Win the war against which war? Because we won many wars, baby.
Now let me ask you, as far as the voodoo,
yes,
dealing
sir.
with the voodoo, it was told that Haiti was using the voodoo against them and stuff like that. Am I right?
Oh, of course. I mean, voodoo is part of our culture. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely part of the culture.
So I'm asking now, if the voodoo worked then, why is not working now?
I like that question. I like that. And let me answer that.
That's a good one.
Now, the war in Haiti, this is how they won the war. It wasn't just because of voodoo. This was strategy. As I mentioned, over 500 and something, 545 Haitian soldiers fought in the American Revolutionary War, right? Now, Toussaint wasn't part of that battle, but yet he was still a military strategist. So the way they won the war isn't just, you know, A, B, and C, you know, answer. One thing, Toussaint had horse stations all over Haiti, so they could ride horses and pass messages and things of that nature. So they had a good communication system going on. One thing Black people we need. So they knew how to communicate. Hey, the blondes mean white. Here are the blondes over here. The blondes over there. Get this, get that. Change horses. You know what I'm saying? Another thing is biological warfare. There was, I believe it was yellow fever. It was some sort of fever that the French would get when they was on the island. So off top, they were losing thousands of men. You know what I'm saying? Then you throw in the aspect of Haitians being natural warriors. These people are first generation descendants of a warrior kingdom in West Africa. So fighting is in our blood. You feel what I'm saying? So you have those components. Now you throw in the voodoo aspect, the voodoo aspect of it, which our ancestors was heavy in that anyway. That gave them extra power. You feel what I'm saying? I guess you could say supernatural power. So you play all these things together, plus the you know, the urge, the desire to be free. You know what I'm saying? Toussaint once said, slavery anywhere is slavery everywhere. You follow what I'm saying? That's how much these people hated being enslaved. And just like any of us will be, none of us want to be in jail or prison, but yet we got what? A million brothers and sisters in prison right now in America. So you give them some weapons and see if they're gonna fight their way out of prison.
Yeah.
I gave you a good enough answer, brother.
I just wanted to add to that the revolution actually started with the voodoo ceremony. I can't think of the exact name.
No,
but
you're right.
Started with the ceremony. And I'm saying that because I feel like people like to cast a negative light on voodoo. And I know everybody that I know, they always associate voodoo with something bad and something terrible. That's darkism to me as well. But the facts, the historical facts dictates, I think the guy name was Bookman. That's his name. I knew it was gonna come to me. That one of the Maroons that was a part of the leadership that started that ceremony, that voodoo ceremony that kicked things off. So Black people down south, I know where I live at, St. Petersburg, let me tell you, damn near everybody I know talks negatively about voodoo. They'll talk negatively about, and I want to point the darkism out among dark-skinned people in the States that I've personally interacted with. They'll say, oh, that person practices voodoo. I remember I dated a guy from Haiti, dark-skinned, handsome brother, back when I was an undergraduate at the University of South Florida. And people would say, why are you dating him? And they would come over to my house, and him and his friend, we would cook. We had such a camaraderie. It was natural. They practice voodoo. And I'm saying, wait a minute. Do these people not, do these Black people not understand that that same religion is what kicked off the freedom, the first African, like you said, enslaved. I ain't gonna use the word slave because I know you don't like that. The first revolution of enslaved Africans that led to a free republic. That's huge for me. That's like major. So how can you denigrate and downgrade a religion that, so let's just suppose that to Christianity. People go on and on about Christianity, and we use it as a we propel it in terms of the American Revolution. You know, the Americans fighting against the British crown because they wanted their religious freedoms. So why can't we hold voodoo in the same esteem? That's how I see it. It's darkism. I see all, y'all gotta understand, I see this all through the framework of darkism. I gotta tie back to that. Take the floor. I'm loving listening to you.
No, you're right. You're exactly right. How can we turn our back on the very religion that set us free? That location was called Boakaima. That Boakaima ceremony with Doodle Bookman. As a matter of fact, Doodle Bookman was actually, I'm not sure if he was born in Jamaica or was he imported into Jamaica, but he came from Jamaica because he was an enslaved African who read a lot. That's why the Bookman is book. That's why it sounds like Bookman, because he read a lot. He's very educated. And he also helped train Toussaint and the soldiers on you know what I'm saying, different battle tactics. You feel me? Haiti was the first independent Black nation. You feel? The first independent Black nation in the Western Hemisphere, and definitely the first and only country that ever turned to a state after the resurrection. So the whole voodoo thing, I mean, I've seen voodoo ceremonies in Florida before myself. Some of them really freaked me out, you know what I mean? That's another conversation, because I grew up Christian, you feel me? I grew up Christian. Right. My mom was a big gospel singer in church. But then again, I had that grandma that, you know what I'm saying, that boy, she would do some ceremonies, and it was very, very interesting. So I have a very interesting perspective on religion and voodoo and all that stuff. But to be honest, one of the things that I want to address, people, I've read different places that they believe that the Haitians sold their soul to the devil. So that's racism and darkism right there. So because we practice our religion, that means we got to worship the devil. So right. What y'all doing to the white Jesus? What's that? You feel what I'm saying? What the Pope doing with the kids? They molesting the children is part of their religion. So if anything, they're the devils. You feel me? We just happen to beat the devil. So that's why they hate on Haiti and things of that nature. But I really do like the fact that people becoming more conscious and more aware of the contributions that Haiti and the Haitians had did. Not just for freedom of the people of Saint Domingue, Haiti today, but worldwide.
One of the reasons why a lot of people over here feels that voodoo is negative is because our people misused it. They begin to use it on each other. And this is why a lot of our people are afraid of it, because you get into an argument, you get in with a beef, or you start hating on somebody. They say, you know what, I'm gonna do a ritual on you. I'm gonna do something on you. I'm gonna do a voodoo thing on you. And this is what happens. So it becomes negative to us. You see what I'm saying? I remember one day, I remember this like it was yesterday, and I still don't till this day. As I'm growing up, my mother used to always tell me, Frankie, don't you dare eat any woman's spaghetti.
Oh.
Now, I don't even need to go any further. She always told me, do not eat no women's spaghetti. How many of you brothers out there ever heard that from your mother going back? There you go, brother. That's what my mama always tell me. I don't need to tell y'all why. Y'all know what it is. But my mother always told me, stay away from them women's spaghetti. They will turn you out. They'll make you fall in love. They do all kind of crazy stuff. So yeah, I mean, we just use it on each other now. And so a lot of our people are scared of that. They don't want to be involved in it, you know, and we don't know the science to it. It's really a deep science to it when you look at it, if you're using it right. Yes, go ahead. Y'all can finish off.
No.
I was just gonna say regarding voodoo. I mean, you got black magic. You got Santa Maria. Is that what they call the Spanish call their I guess voodoo rituals. I mean, there's all sorts of variations of it. You feel me? All the islands practice voodoo. To be honest, all the islands, whether it's the Spanish islands or the black islands, they all practice. I've known people that's very heavily involved in it. You know, being in South Florida, you got a big Spanish population, Haitian, big African population. I mean, people, they do all kind of things down there, man. I just don't want no part of it, but I'm not scared of it. I just respect it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, my fear of voodoo growing up, that's what's, just me being ignorant, that I was scared to go to Haiti as a little kid. Matter of fact, I was really scared to get on the plane. You know what I'm saying? But watching these scary movies like Serpent of the Rainbow, I don't know if you guys remember that one. That scared the crap out of me as a kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to Haiti because that's all that movie was about. It was about voodoo. You feel me? But so those perceptions and ideas, definitely count them but I definitely like the fact that people becoming more aware of Haiti and the Haitians, especially my black queens and kings. Like they giving me salutes when they see me. Okay, all right, salute you. You feel me? So we just need to get back to, not just focusing on the Haitian Revolution, because like Dr. Amos Wilson always said, sometimes when you so focus on history, you get trapped in the past. So we need to use what success measures, what tools and strategies did the Haitians use to defeat the French and the oppressors, and use that knowledge right now, because we are oppressed. As a matter of fact, we are at war right now. It's, I did a video on my YouTube called Are Black People Prisoners of War? Dealing with the Ahmaud Arbery case. You feel me? That proves the prisoners of war. These people could shoot and kill this black man, for 2 months and don't get arrested. This is America that we're in. We've been at war since we came to this country, believe it or not. And black people, we're the only ones that got no enemies. Everybody got enemies. You know what I'm saying? When you have an enemy, you know how to use your resources. You know how to strategize and deal with them. But the fact that we're so friendly, want to assimilate with everybody, integration probably was the worst thing that ever happened to the black community in America. Let that just be told. We just want to be included with everybody, man. Instead of marrying our black queens, we're marrying white women. We're marrying Hispanics, anything but a black queen, especially when we get our money right. But I'm gonna marry me a blue black queen. I would have told she that. I'm gonna marry me a beautiful black woman. She ain't gotta be Haitian, but Lord have mercy, let her know how to cook Haitian food. Learn how to do it. Boy, that food be off the chain, baby.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you dropping some major knowledge here, and just to sort of piggyback off of what you were saying about the fact that we can't be so stuck in history. And I'm one of those people. I love history. I have a bachelor's degree in history. I adore history. I can eat it up. But you're right. We have to move forward and apply what has happened in history to the current. And that's one of the things I also want to point out. Just I gotta hone in on this.
Okay.
Is again, the revolution over in Haiti. Actually, the slaves was freed over in Haiti before they was freed in America. I believe it took to 1865, 13th Amendment freed the slaves, but our slaves was freed like in the 1700s. So that started it, that spearheaded it. And so we are doing that, and we are moving forward. And what I wanted you to talk about next in terms of the systemic economic dark, I had some other questions for you too. I had a burning question for you before you get into that.
No problem.
Toussaint, he went back when the revolution started, and he helped his former slave master. And I wanted for you to give us some insight into that, because that was intriguing to me. I was kind of like, why is he doing this? But the next question I have for you, or issues I wanted you to address, is to get back to, okay, we know the history of Darkism in in Haiti and how it started and how it began, and it led up to the revolution, and it led up to the abolition of slavery and independence, and y'all did it first. So what's going on in the current situation with systemic economic darkism? I know you already talked about some of the stuff, but I wanted you to kind of elaborate on that to kind of bring us up to the current situation of darkism in terms of economic policies right now with Haiti.
Right now, there's a Haiti is, you can say, at a standstill right now, especially with the coronavirus and everything, and everyone is just trying to survive right now. So we in the United States, you know, all we gotta do is just stay home. We good. You know, in Haiti, they trying to survive because there's nothing moving. I just sent some money to Haiti last Friday, as a matter of fact. I'm gonna do that again tomorrow. I got a cousin in the North Haiti. You know, he's from Miami. Well, he's from Haiti, but he got deported. You know, that gang I mentioned earlier, the Zopound, he was one of those gang members that got deported. So shout out to him if he listening. The racism is still powerful. I mean, the red-skinned girls there, or the dark-skinned females who use the lighteners cream.
Yeah, the skin lightening cream. Yeah,
they're using that a lot in Haiti, a lot. You know, matter of fact, when I was in Haiti, I remember I was talking to this one young lady, and you know, it was raining, so she had to take off her shoes, and now she's red-skinned. She took off her shoes and her feet black. So I'm like, what? I mean, it made me laugh, but I realized what was happening. She'd been using this called Topiclair. It's a skin lightening cream. If you have a light skin, you have a better chance of not only getting married, but even survival and you know, Haiti, or moving up the ladder. You know, most people that I know in Haiti who are working in those, you know, top positions, which gotta be well connected, they're light skinned. The dark skinned people are still working the menial jobs or just working on the farm. I mean, it's very real down there. You know what I mean? And the class system is still in effect. You know, if you're black, you're gonna be poor more than likely. If you're red, you're gonna be successful. You're gonna get scholarships. You're gonna go to school. So I don't think it's going anywhere because, and I'm glad you asked that question because in Haiti, it was built off darkism.
Right.
I'm saying it's literally in the soil. It's in the blood. It's in the trees. That's how it was built because one, you have the mulattoes who continue becoming presidents, continue having the big government positions, and they oppressed everyone else. Not just because if you were dark skinned, but if you had dark skin, then you were more likely to suffer. You know what I'm saying? So that's not, to be honest with you, that's not going anywhere. What we need to do is figure out how can we make this current system, which ain't working, work. Because in about a couple of years, I'm gonna get tooled up and go to Haiti, kick some ass, and become president my damn self.
Oh.
You feel what I'm saying? Because I think literally Haiti needs someone like Toussaint. Toussaint needs to be resurrected wherever he was buried at in France, because they took him and they just starved him to death in some mountains up there in France.
Right.
But we need to get him, he need to be resurrected. And we need someone with that passion, that fire, to you know, to lead the people again, and like John Bertrand Aristide, he's for the people, not the money. That's what Haiti needs, because there's so many scams like the Patrice oil scandal going on right now. The president refuses to get out of the you know, the palace. He wants to remain president even though he's part of that scandal. Hundreds of millions of dollars stolen, vanished, nobody know where it is. And so that's gonna cause an uprising, because instead of the people getting the funds to, you know, start different programs or fix the roads or build the schools back up, you know what I mean, or the hospitals, and people are frustrated, man. I'll be frustrated too, you know. And just another thing is, you know, if you watch anytime they used to give away the food to the Haitian people, what they'll do is they'll drop the food from the helicopters to land on the ground, like they trash, and they know it's gonna happen. People starving, there's no order there. It's people just reaching and grabbing, looking crazy, and they want that. That's the imagery that they want. Propaganda is a very powerful tool to manipulate the masses, and that's what they want. That's what they keep doing. And to answer your question about Toussaint helping his slave master, Toussaint was one of the rare enslaved Africans who had a slave master who was somewhat kind. If that's like an oxymoron, but he was actually nice to Toussaint. You feel me? You know, he gave him money. He gave him nice clothes to go to school with his son, because he's with his son. He had to look good. So Toussaint had a lot of privileges being enslaved that most of our ancestors didn't have on the islands or even here on the plantations. So that's why he helped them. He helped them get away, you know, during the revolution. And I was like, man, why would he do that? Because the man actually looked out. Toussaint was a man of honor. You know what I mean? Like everything I read about him is nothing but good things. Nothing but good things. You know, outside of the fact that he enslaved some of his people after the revolution, that's the only tarnish that I see. But if he was given a chance, him being a blue-black man, he would have continued the road system. Some of the roads are still there today because he already built some roads. Mind you, he traveled already now. I think he's been to the States, but I know he's been throughout Europe. He already built some roads, schools, hospitals. He was building infrastructure, the very necessary things that a country needs. If Haiti still had Toussaint for another 5-10 years, I don't think it would have been the shape that it is right now. He was too smart for that. That's why they let him lead. Mind you, like I said, our ancestors were warrior kings and queens. So they're not gonna subdue or bow down to nobody unless you kill them or nearly kill them. So for him to be in the position to be able to lead and get everyone under one accord, that was amazing. To me, that's the most amazing part, that he got everybody with his plan. Like, look, we either gonna fight or we're gonna die, but I need you guys to do this with me. And that's what he did.
Oh, yeah, that's one of the things I gathered about him. His personality seemed to be more diplomatic, to where he tried to bring people together rather than just go at people and attack. He was trying to figure out ways to, maybe I can manipulate this situation here without having war. Like war was the last resort.
Right.
That's the next question I wanted to ask you. Dessalines, to me, seemed to be a little bit more radicalized. Can you talk a little bit about Dessalines and his leadership after Toussaint ended up, like you said, over in France, and he ended up dying in prison? Talk to us about what happened in the aftermath under Dessalines.
Oh man, Jean-Jacques Dessalines was that gangster, man. He told everybody this: coupe tête, brûlez cailles. And what that means is cut their heads and burn the houses. That was his orders. It wasn't no mix and matching. Anybody white, kill him. So that's how he was. So he was Darkism, but more on the side where it benefits us. Because you know, Jean-Jacques Dessalines was definitely the lieutenant of Toussaint Louverture, and Toussaint trusted him a lot, him and Henry Christophe. But Dessalines he experienced a lot more harsher lifestyle, you know, being on plantation. He was whipped a couple of times. They say that they tried to hang him one time. I read about that. So he had a different experience and a different anger towards white folks. Toussaint was killing the white folks during the war because it's war. Dessalines was doing it because, man, I'm loving this. Like, he was bloodthirsty. That's the best way I can describe it. But he was a stern and fair leader as well, and the people respected him. And Henry Christophe is another person that also was diplomatic as well, just like Toussaint. He wasn't as educated. Matter of fact, Henry Christophe didn't know how to read, and he was the first and only king of Haiti. So his name changed to King Henry Christophe. And when I spoke about earlier, I mentioned the American Revolutionary War. Henry Christophe was the drummer boy in that war. So he's seen war at a very young age. As a matter of fact, that statue in Savannah, he's one of the statues that they gave homage to, which is very beautiful. You guys gotta see it. I'm gonna go back sometime this year. So because I'm with the Haitian American Studies Association, and so every year we go to the statue to give a prayer and celebrate these brave men.
I love it. So now you said that you might want to become the president of Haiti.
Yes.
Tell us about, I'm just interested in knowing what would be your leadership style if you did become, which is anything is possible. How would you lead? I mean, you got the example of Toussaint, who was more diplomatic, definitely educated, influenced by the ideals of the French Revolution. And then you have his lieutenant, who was, like you said, turned up and ready to go. Dessalines. So what would be your leadership style?
I think
would you institute?
I think I'll use a little bit of all three men, you know, because, you know, Toussaint being intelligent, a people's person, Jean-Jacques Dessalines being cutthroat because, you know, you're in war, you're in a tough place, you got to be strict, and Henry Christophe and just building things, you know. Henry Christophe built the City Dial. If you guys have never seen the City Dial or read about it, check it out. It should have been one of the 7 wonders of the world, but it, of course, it's made by Black people, so they didn't list that, but it's a fortress built on top of a mountain. It's like, you gotta walk almost an hour to get up there, man. Beautiful structure. Matter of fact, the painting is on my wall, but you guys can't see it, of course. But I bought a painting when I was in Haiti, you know, and this is something that I know that he has treasure hidden up there. So if I was become president, I'll be trying to go up in there trying to find some of that golds and bunions and diamonds, you know. But on a serious note, I would definitely kick out all the current governmental powers in Haiti. Like, they'll be kicked out or stripped of their powers. Secondly, I will build an army, because you can't rule a nation without an army, you know, and when other nations can't come into Haiti imposing their will on us, if we're able to stand up and fight, you know, for ourselves and defend ourselves and defend our land. Another thing is, I liked about what Toussaint did, he got everyone involved. So I would definitely work towards getting everyone involved in cleaning up the Haiti. There's a lot of trash in the gutters and things of that nature. I seen it myself. I couldn't believe it, what I saw in some areas. I would definitely get everyone involved. Everyone has to be, they have to feel that they're a part of something. You know what I mean? Even the civil rights era, the boycotts, everyone was involved. So we need that camaraderie, that meeting of the minds. When minds meet, it's a beautiful thing. Like all three of us, me, you, and Sarnetta, our minds are meeting, and so we building. This is what we need more on a larger scale. Right. That's what I'll do if I was the president of Haiti. And actually, I kind of play with that thought sometimes, but hey, if the creator gives me the opportunity, best believe I would not be one of these puppets that are the president of Haiti, just going by whatever, whether it's the World Health Organization or if it's the UN, both demonic entities anyway, they all work, they all sleep in, you know, bed together with the European powers. They're started with the Europeans. So these entities, I'll be kicking them out. The 90 million francs that France made the Haitians pay for as reparations, which is equivalent to $120 million that the French, $21 billion. 90, let me repeat that again, 90 million francs that the French made Haitians pay in order to be recognized by the world as a country, to make them pay for the French losing their farmland, losing their property as in African people, and losing money. They made the Haitians pay that, which put us in an economic slavery. That's the new slavery now. That's
the systemic economic darkism that I'm talking about. I don't mean to cut you off, but I gotta say something. The irony in that just is mind-boggling. How you make first of all, these dark-skinned people work for you for free and made you all this money, and they fight you fair and square and beat you, and then you turn around and make them pay you reparations when you was exploiting them first. That shit drives me insane. That is the thing that makes me just, That's what I mean by systemic economic darkism. That's a prime example. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just jump in there when you mentioned the reparations. How dare they? Insane darkism.
No, that's true. You know what I'm saying? That 90 million francs turned into $21 billion Haiti had to pay these people, man. Wow. Which is crazy. So we were never going to get back, you know what I'm saying, to our glory days. That's what it's all set up for. The whole thing's the rice. That's just one side. That's just one example. The mangoes. Haiti is one of the few places, the soil in Haiti is so rich. The mangoes grow nearly all year long. There's no other place in the world that does that. Some places, mangoes, like in Florida, mangoes grow maybe for 2-3 months in the summer. That's it. Haiti is almost all year round. We don't even control that. Other countries, foreign powers control that. So they want to keep us economically deprived so that we will never rise up again, because they know this is the home of the people that defeated us. We don't want no one else to rise back up like that again. So we're gonna keep our fingers down on them. And that's why the U.S., France, but especially the U.S., they have it supposedly written down somewhere to always have harsh rules and policies against Haiti. You know, feel what I'm saying?
So, who fault is that?
George Washington, Thomas Jefferson.
Nah, man, it's our fault, brother.
Okay.
It's our fault that we allowed them to do what they want to do. We are like their children.
Oh, yeah.
When in fact, they are our children. But they have reversed the roles and made us their children.
Fact.
Like they tell us how much money we could get, what we can grow on our land. Just like right now in China, in Africa, the Chinese coming over there being racist towards the Africans, telling them they are not allowed in certain shops in Africa. This is crazy, yo. You know, so I asked the question, whose fault is it? Why are we still blaming the white man when the responsibility is us? We need to look at ourselves in the mirror. What are we afraid to die? We are afraid to stand up and fight like every other nationality in the world. You can't do that to the so-called Jewish people. They will die in them streets and fight for the rights to leave their babies something. You couldn't do that to the Arab people. They will fight and strap bombs to themselves. They would rather die before they'll let somebody else come over there and control their shit.
Man.
But we have become their children today, and a lot of us don't like to hear it. We say the white man, the devil. We talk bad about the white man, but goddamn, look at us. When are we going to grow up? When are we going to understand the powers of economics so that we can begin to leave something behind? We say it all the time. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad came and told us. Khalid Abdul Muhammad told us. Farrakhan told us. I could go on and on, man. You know, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. You know, it's like none of these people ever existed in our lifetime because we hear it, but we don't cling to it. That shit go right out the other ear, and it's like we back to doing what we do. But don't you know, right now, started yesterday, the goddamn Chinese stores opened up in Harlem. Nobody out there protesting, except one group went out there, and I filmed it, and the Chinese stores is open. They making money from our people, knowing that they was kicking people out of China, all black people, Africans. We don't care, bro. We are like they damn children. And so it's going to continue to happen until we begin to raise our children better. So it's our fault. I blame ourselves. The white man doing what the hell he supposed to do. If you're gonna allow a group of people to just run over you and you giving them their money, they the bully. They're going to continue to do it until you stop them. They are never going to stop until you physically stop them. And when they know that our people are ready to die for our children, they'll stop. We tried everything except eye for an eye. We tried everything. We marched, and then we got these bootlicking preachers and pastors that come to you and say, nah, brother, don't do that. We don't want to act like them. The hell we don't. You want to act like them. You know what I'm saying? They need to see your eye. They need to see fear. They don't need to see no fear in us. But hey, I'm just saying the same thing that Malcolm said, that Khalid said, that Farrakhan said, Elijah Muhammad. I could go on and on, man. Fannie Lou Hamer, you know? So, hey, we just going to keep going through this, and we setting up the same thing to go down for our next generation, because we ain't leaving them nothing. Go ahead, y'all.
I mean, that's fast what you just said, you know, and I guess I misunderstood your question, but you're definitely right. It is a lot to do with our fault, but Thomas Jefferson and George Washington, they set that precedent to, you know what I'm saying, for Haiti to be in the position that it is right now. Now, one of the things I would say is our fault, when Haiti went through that earthquake, African nations, the black communities in America and the Caribbean islands, they all should have been on the front line helping Haiti. You feel me? That was a key. That was a pivotal time
real quick.
to step in and help.
Real quick, Alex Fitzgerald says, "Sir, they rounded up the Chinese in Africa and started deporting them." Good. That's a good thing. Shout out to that. Go ahead,
Yeah,
brother.
I actually seen some videos about that. They, you know what I'm saying, catching Chinese, with the stores open or matter of fact, illegally mining in certain places.
See, that's what I mean by, that's what I'm talking about us standing up doing what we supposed to do. Because we couldn't go in China and do that. You couldn't go over there with the Arabs and do that. But everybody could come to us and do what the hell they want, open up businesses, open up stores, and we can't say nothing. But then when we got a group of people that go out there and protest them and try to shut them down, black people gonna fight us. Nah, move the hell out the way. I need some chicken fried rice, brother. I'm going in. I need my chicken fried rice. My baby's hungry, brother. What are you talking about? So, we got to fight our own people and then we got to fight them. But it's crazy. Yeah, y'all.
Now go ahead, Queen.
Well, I just was going to say that the irony of the question is that we've done it. We did it with the revolution, the Haitian revolution. I think we need to go back to that. But see, you got to be willing to die. Hey, these people ain't willing. The slaves or the enslaved were in a desperate situation. And, they've made it to where now there's been concessions that have been given so that the people will not rise up. I believe if you go look back at Roman history, you can look at the example of the patricians and the plebeians, where they would put in place certain concessions so that the underclass wouldn't rise up. And that's what tends to happen in capitalism. They won't make it so hard. So for example, you got the stimulus package. I mean, you got the coronavirus going on, people losing their jobs. So a concession, I see these things as concessionary measures to keep people in their place and to keep them from rising up. But going back to Haiti, you got this desperate situation where these people are being brutalized, getting up early in the morning, working till late at night, in the sugar fields, working for free, being beaten. That's a desperate situation. So I think part of it is we are too comfortable. We need to go back to that sense of desperation that shakes you up and makes you go, okay, I need to do something about this. But like Sanetta said, you got people worried about their chicken and their fried rice. You got, I gotta be honest, Black women, some of us are worried about getting our nails done. Some of us are worried about getting our weave. I mean, I'm not taking no shots. I'm just saying what it is. And so that's one of the problems. I think I gotta tie it back to the Haitian Revolution. We got an example right there. I mean, if it wasn't for the Haitian Revolution, they were freed for slavery before we were in America. Let's go back and draw off of that history and use it in the present day to take what we want. So I think our history provides the greatest example of what we need to do is just take action.
Oh yeah. I mean, just like Dr. Amos Wilson used to always say, history has 1,000 answers for 1,000 problems. And many of the problems we're facing right now, we can read about the Haitian Revolution, the Haitian leaders, and find our way out of it. One thing is, how do we deal with police brutality, Black on Black crime? You feel what I'm saying? The abortion rates, these type of issues that we have going on in our community. That's what we need to be reading this history for, not just to get high and feel good. Hey, it's Black History Month. Black History Month is every month. You feel me? So we should be reading and studying these things on a regular basis and having these types of meetings so we can have a concession amongst each other on what we're going to do about it. Okay, we see the problem. How are we going to fix it? As a matter of fact, that's why I started our annual Black on Black Crime Solutions Panel. This year will be our 6th one. Under my nonprofit, the Courage to Believe International. As a matter of fact, Sanetta, you in Harlem, if I'm not mistaken, man, I'd love to bring the program to Harlem or wherever. As a matter of fact, I'm knocking on the doors right now, Chicago. But due to the fact that we're in the quarantine, semi-quarantine, it will be delayed, but I started hosting this program through our nonprofit because after reading Dr. Amos Wilson's book, Black on Black Violence, Black Self-Annihilation and Service of White Domination, and it depicts Darkism all in there. How is it that we are killing each other? And it's because we don't see each other in each other. We hate ourselves, therefore I'm gonna hate the person next to me. And so it goes on. We can talk about this all day, all night. Just know we need to be solution oriented. So if we're not working on a solution, then what are we doing? And if there's a way I can help Haiti in whatever, a small or large way, I want to do that. Anybody watching this video, especially you involved in the government, holla at me, man. I want to do something more than just post videos and things on social media. I want to be on the front lines, and I love my people so much. And if it means losing my life, then I lose my life. But guess what? I'm gonna lose it fighting.
Can you talk about let's just
hold up real quick.
I'm
gonna just get this rid out right quick. Not with the sad thing that we going through too and don't understand it, we don't even see it, is that not only do the Chinese cook our food, fried rice, fried chicken, and all of that, not only do they cook our food, they also do our nails, our women's nails, our women's feet. They also sell them their beauty products and they hair in the stores and all of this. It's like they have become the mother and we have become their children because we depend on them to look beautiful. Understand what I'm saying? Not only have they been selling your food and your salam and giving you your wigs and your hair, they are also now in my community in Harlem. Don't you know that they also got the damn cleaning business now, the cleaning stores and all that? The cleaners. Like, I don't want to wear no dirty shirts, so sometimes you take it off, you got to take it to the cleaners. They got the damn cleaner stores now. Did y'all know that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they got the cleaners. They got the cleaning business and all of that. And then
Atlanta too.
Yeah, and then when you trying to get your hair done with other people, then we got to deal with our African brothers and sisters. They don't want to share, but I can't blame them. We've been here all our lives, and we ain't got nothing. We ain't got no stores to set up. So something is definitely wrong with it. Our people don't care. We are okay with that, brother. Go ahead, my sister. I just had to say that.
No. I'm glad you said that because those are excellent points. And I think that the biggest thing, it starts with our Black people's mentality, like Brother Kevin was saying, how we see each other. Because if we saw each other and respected each other, we would support each other. I am a person that supports Black business. I've been doing it for years. Even sometimes if you got a bad attitude, I'm gonna excuse it because I understand. And what we have got to do is simply, I think that's where it's gonna start. Start supporting each other. If your sister or your brother has a business, I don't care what type of business it is, make it your business, try to go to their business, before you go anywhere else. It's very simple. Use your Black dollars with other Black people. I just gotta throw it out there. I got a production of my play coming up. Let me tell you, I've been doing this quietly for years. I had a Black young lady from Atlanta built my website, paid her a nice amount of money, raised it, because I believe in supporting Black people. I am renting my venue from a Black-owned business. I'm paying a Black cameraman to do my camera work. I practice this for real. And I wish that Black people would do it. Black women open up a nail shop. And Black women, if a Black woman opens up a nail shop, go support her, provide good customer service, but go support this woman or these women. This is very simple to me. We need to support each other economically. If we did that, that would eliminate a lot of our problems. Stop with all the worrying about how much money. I don't care. I want you to get all the money. That don't bother me. I like seeing other Black people get money. I love it. I'm tired of looking at poverty. We are supposed to have wealth. That's a part of the elimination of systemic economic darkism. That I'm fighting for is economic wealth. This is what we're supposed to be doing. I just don't understand why we will not support each other and why we hating on each other. It's not necessary. It is killing us. It's destroying us. The economics is really destroying us, and that bothers me so much. I don't care what line of business a Black person is in. I had a young Black guy come and knock on my door. He was in sales. Listen, I never turn down somebody that's trying to sell, especially if they're Black. I'm gonna hear your pitch. I'm gonna give you a chance. This is important. These little things matter so much. So yeah. Yeah. So what I wanted to say, I wanted Kevin to talk a little bit about, you actually do a lot of community work. You are an activist as well. You've done a lot with the children. You've done a lot in other types of social programs. You have done a lot. Can you just talk about the things that you have done and are continuing to do in the community to help Black people?
Definitely. Thanks for recognizing that and also for mentioning that. Yes, as I mentioned earlier, you know, our Black on Black Crime Solutions panel, that's something that we started back in 2014. And the reason why we started that was, as I mentioned, reading Dr. Amy Wilson's book. But after we did the first one, we realized like, hey, okay, we spoke about the problems, we came up with some solutions. So what are we gonna do about it as of right now? So we started the chess program, the C2B Chess Club and Mentoring Program. You get all the information on my website, kevindorival.com. And the chess program was so awesome because we are reactionary people. You know what I'm saying? We base our decisions and things we do based on our emotions and just reacting to things, which causes us to often lose in life when you're not able to strategize and plan. So when we did the chess program, the city, different cities of South Florida, the police departments, even judges started supporting and donating, and even coming to speak to the children. So if you know my background, me coming from, you know, being incarcerated, you know, felony record, things of that nature, for me to actually go from being in front of the judge to having lunch and dinners with judges, it's a completely different world, you know what I mean? So that's kind of respect that I was able to get. And the children, I mean, it's a blessing to be able to plant a seed for them as far as inspiring them to be better, you know what I mean? So that's why we did the chess program. NASA, the space company NASA, even sponsored one of our trips to the NASA camp in Cape Canaveral, northern part of Florida, which was awesome. The children, you know, they had opportunity to sit down and eat lunch with the astronaut. We missed that part of it, but I was able to see astronauts. We're supposed to be able to go see went there to go see a space launch of an actual spaceship. I mean, it's just a phenomenal program, and we're working towards bringing that here in Atlanta. So now that I'm here in Atlanta, my feet is firmly rooted in the ground. And so the cities of Atlanta, I'm reaching out to different politicians and community leaders to get it going. I'm going to be hosting the program and also Black History program at the local Boys and Girl Club. So definitely, you know, I will always donate my time to the community, because I feel as if that's the rent I pay for my time and space here on earth. It just can't be about me. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm going to be a multi-millionaire, not just for me, so I can give back to the community in a bigger way and to help produce plays like yours. Your play is what, June 26th? Am I correct?
Yes.
June 26th. Definitely check out her website. What's your website again? Darkism campaign?
Darkskinactivist.com. Thank you.
Darkskinactivist.com. Definitely check out our website, man. I'm gonna be there in Atlanta when that's going down. I want to be there in person to, you know, hang out with you and, you know, maybe go out and get something to eat. As long as you keep your hands to yourself, we good.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Can you also, now you've written 3 books, 3 wonderful books. The Courage to Believe is my favorite one, and I would recommend that everybody get that book and read it, because this brother being humble, y'all. I'm telling you, he has an extremely powerful story of coming up. The Courage to Believe is my favorite one, but you've written 3 books, and can you please tell people how they can get that book, how they can contact you? I know that y'all can go to his website, kevindorival.com. Once again, that's kevindorival.com, and get the books. But they tell us the titles of the books and tell us about what inspired you to write those books, because I feel like that's very important.
Oh, definitely. You know, words, you know, you change the words, you actually change the world, you know, and so with that thought in mind, and I want to get right quick and say how I got into writing books. When I was in the 3rd grade, my mom bought me an old school typewriter. So I use that typewriter, even though I was just playing around in the 3rd grade. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm learning how to write and type out things. So that's how I actually started writing, because I've always been creative and writing my ideas down, which I still do to this day. So these are the first 2 books. This one, The Courage to Believe. This is the one that I mentioned earlier. I talked about the Royal Bloodline, the first chapter. This is an inspirational autobiography about how I was able to overcome adversity throughout life and just the help with the Creator. Very powerful book. Started everything. The name of my nonprofit is named after this book.
The Courage to Believe.
The Courage to Believe International. That's the name of our nonprofit. Our chess program, C2B Chess Club and Mentoring Program, which The Courage to Believe will come from. And also the documentary that I have coming out this summer called The Courage to Believe, Never Give Up, Keep Moving Forward. That's coming out. Go to my website, kevindorival.com, and you can order. Do not order my book from Amazon. Black people, do not order my book from Amazon. Look at the book reviews, but don't get the book there, because they take 70%. My website, I get 100%.
So what's your website again?
KevinDorival.com, KEVIN, D as in David, ORIVAL.com. And thanks for asking that again. 7 Types of Queens, King Desire. This book has brought me all over the world. I've been in London twice because of it, in the Caribbean, throughout the US on book tours. This book, every queen need to get this book. If you're a queen, you say you're a queen, you need to be reading this book, because it really tells you what women actually have done, and not wish they have done, but what women of power have done and what made them attracted to very powerful men. And also just the essence of a woman, you know what I'm saying? Being the mother gods, queens of the universe. Where does the Mother Earth concept come from? All that's in this book. And also, where does that concept comes from? The Black woman is God. I depict that in good detail, thanks to people like Dr. Ashamuku Burr Shango, who was the spirit behind me writing this book. So rest in peace to the ancestor. And third but not least, this book, which is coming out in August, The Winner in the Mirror. This is going to get me on Oprah. This is a book, Activating the Superpowers, Mind, Body, and Spirit, The Winner in the Mirror. It's a book to help people that are struggling with their confidence. I started writing this book because of, the suicides amongst Black males. Did you know that from the ages 5 to 11, Black males are the #1 population in committing suicides? #1. They outnumber the white children. So boys and girls, So when I found that out, I was like, man, I got to do something, because I was actually working on another book, which is the follow-up to this one, 7 Types of Kings, which is coming out in 2021. So I stopped that project completely, because that was just to get that book is to get money. This book here is to save lives, The Winner in the Mirror, and I think it's going to do it. I have visions and dreams of Oprah calling me, so but pre-orders are available, so check it out. You know what I'm saying? This is going to change the game. It's going to really help people understand how to use their brain and not allow yourself to be conditioned by the world's or your society's issues. You know what I mean? Your surrounding environment is how to activate the different parts of your brain naturally. You know what I'm saying? How to recall things, how to study, how to actually manifest your dreams and goals, from getting them from inside your head to actually seeing them in a reality, So that's what it's about. We all got good ideas. The richest place in the world is, guess what? Guess what the richest place in the world is? It's in the graveyard.
That's true.
A lot of people die with their goals and dreams in their heads and never actually go out to go get it, because one, they're either timid, or they don't know about their ancestors. They don't know about Tucson Louverture owning all these businesses and having all this money, like, you know what I'm saying? So they think because I'm in this poor situation, I can never get out of it. You know what I'm saying? But that's not true. If you can change the way you think and how you see yourself in the world. And that's what I do in that book. I'm very proud of it. And just thank you again for, giving us the opportunity to get on the show, Queen Rashida. I definitely appreciate you. And your website is Dark Skin is Beautiful campaign.
This is not about me. This is about you.
Okay, no doubt.
So we got the courage.
So hold on, brother. Did you give your website and all that? You did all of that?
Yeah, the KevinDorival.com. I wish we could have put the screen up, get people excited to go see it. But check it out. You just put up a brand new banner on the homepage. It's hot. The website and a good blog on there as well. So real good blogs to kind of read and pass through time, man. It's nothing but knowledge on my blogs, man, and my books, man. Trust me. I'm a future multi-millionaire, and I'm going to help companies and organizations like Sarnado Studio and Rashida Strober. I'm going to help y'all programs. When I do get this money, Y'all make sure you contact me. Don't wait till I get the helicopter and be like, hey,
Yes,
brother,
sir.
keep dead. You feel me? No, I know who look out for me, man. One hand washes the other, baby.
Yes, sir. You gonna get it. She gonna call you, man. Oprah gonna call you, man.
Oh, of course, you
Appreciate
should. You also do coaching as well. You talk a little bit about that.
Oh yeah, definitely life coaching, helping people strategize their lives, time management as well. As I mentioned, what the book talks about, how to get your ideas from, you know, your brain to actually having them manifest. You know, that's one of the things, people get stuck all the time. I've had clients who got real money, but don't know what to do with their time because they're so caught up in just their work. So they don't know how to actually relax. I am a relaxation master. You feel me? I meditate a lot. So I help people through the life skills, life coaching, either one-on-one through YouTube videos or Zoom, one-on-one with Zoom, or just in person. You know what I mean? If the money right, I come fly to you. I don't care where you at. I got a passport. So I definitely I like helping people. You feel me? And mentoring the youth. So the mentoring part is free. Life coaching part, you know, there's a fee for that. Also helping people produce their books. You know, people want to publish their books, so they reach out to me to help them coach them, whether it's from A to Z or just, hey, Brother King, how can I get this printed? How can I format it? Or what should I call this chapter? You know, how do I copyright? So little things like that. You know, I love helping them with it. Just holler at me. I help authors save thousands of dollars. If I had a book coach, when my first book came out, The Courage to Believe, I would have saved not only 2 years of a delay of my book being published, I would have saved myself $1,500 in editing and these other, you know what I'm saying, frivolous fees. So getting a book coach, spending a little $40, $60, $100 on a book coach is well worth it. And I was being cheap back then. I had the money to pay somebody, but I didn't do it. And it was a sister, I should have supported her business when she reached out to me to be my book coach. But now I'm returning the favor and helping people with their books and their films. So definitely hit me up, King Kevin in the building. Email me, info@kevindorival.com, or just go to my website. Instagram, Twitter is @CourageToBelieve. That's number 2 for the TO, Courage to Believe. And yeah, King Kevin, we're here, baby.
What's your website again?
KevinDorival.com, KevinDorival.com. I wish we was able to put it on the screen, but it's all good. We put it in the comment section. I'm going to have it in, Sarnez is going to put it also in the description of this video. You know, you're going to look out to put both our websites on there. And I've always been wanting to work with Sarnez, man. We watched you kicking off for years, brother. So I'm happy to finally, you know what I'm saying, get the vibe with you. Next time I'm in Harlem, I'm going to come check you out. I was in Harlem and Brooklyn back in January, in Manhattan at the Javits Center for like a week. So, but you know, hey, next time I'm in Harlem, I'm gonna come check you out. We can, you know what I mean? We can hang out. You're on mute, Sarnez.
He's on mute. Okay. Oh, well, one thing I would say about this brother, he's a very good brother, humble. We've been networking for a number of years now, and he has a proven track record of working in the community, and I love people like that. Very humble, very giving, very intelligent, very knowledgeable. So y'all, make sure y'all go and support this brother. Once again, the website is KevinDorival.com, and get the books. My personal favorite is The Courage to Believe. I know I should like the 7 Types of King's Desire, but I love a story of someone that comes up from nothing and makes it. That's what I like. So that's why I'm more attracted to that book. But y'all gonna have y'all personal favorites. So I'm just overjoyed to have, you know, had you come on here, and I'm so appreciative of Sarnetta for letting us come on the platform. Thank you, Sarnetta. Got a lot of respect for Sarnetta, a lot. And I'm just like, I'm smiling because I'm excited. So
thank you. Close out, sister. You can close out. Give your let everybody know how they can find you and what's going on with you.
Oh, just come to my website, darkskinactivist.com. Go to my website. I'm easy to find. I'm on YouTube. And yeah, once again, I want to say thank you, Sarnetta. I appreciate you. And I want to say thank you very much to Kevin Dorival. And I want y'all to please support this brother because he does amazing work. I mean, we haven't even really touched the surface. I'm honored. Thank y'all both.
Thank you.
Thank both of y'all. Appreciate y'all coming through, taking y'all time out. Peace and black power to y'all. Peace.
Black power.
Black is beautiful, baby.